Welcome to A Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. It's mid-July, and despite our best quarantine efforts, yesterday, America set a new record for daily coronavirus cases. Way more than when we started quarantining back in March. It's almost as if that Celebrity Imagine video didn't help. Should we try another one? Maybe Sugar Pie Honey Bunch. Sugar Pie Honey Bunch. In Florida alone, new cases over the past week outstripped the total count in most European nations. That's a shocking vacuum of leadership in a state that, I will remind you, has an entire hall of presidents. Can't we just plug an extension cord into one of those old guys and put him in charge?
I cannot tell a lie. This country has really screwed the pooch.
Thank you, General. All the people in charge who told us the pandemic wasn't a big deal are looking big dumb right now, like Oklahoma Governor and chonky Dracula, Kevin Stitt. Because remember Trump's rally in Tulsa, Oklahoma, full of unmasked, open-mouthed screamers? Lots of people called it a terrible idea, said it should be canceled, but not Governor Stitt.
We're going to be very safe, and we think it's the right time. And my question back to all the folks that say you shouldn't have a rally, when is the right time?
Ooh, I know. When it won't kill the audience? Did I? Thank you. So anyway, they threw the rally. 6,000 people shouted their aerosolized viruses at each other, and Governor Stitt was there without a mask to huff it all in. And now, for the governor, the Stitt has hit the fan because earlier today he made this announcement.
I personally get tested periodically throughout this whole thing. And got tested yesterday for COVID-19, and the results came back positive. So I feel fine. I felt a little bit achy yesterday.
Well, I'd feel achy too if I spent the afternoon banging my head against the wall going, "Stitt, you big dummy! Why'd you do it? You did it again, just like the time you drank that whole jug of crick water because your cousin said it was iced tea. Damn you, Stitt! You Stitt for brains!" Really? That really gets it fluffy, doesn't it? That really, what am I doing here? Oh my God, I am gonna need a little Advil for my neck. That I gotta say, I'm feeling a little achy breaky too. Stick around for Noah and Billy Ray later, by the way. Regardless, Governor Stitt, I hope you recover soon. Also, please wear a mask because you're now contagious, and you might want to hide your face in shame for a while. Now, masks are still our best bet for controlling this virus, according to CDC Director and Amish potato, Dr. Robert Redfield. Here's what Redfield said yesterday.
I think if we could get everybody to wear a mask right now, I really do think over the next 4, 6, 8 weeks, we could bring this epidemic under control.
Super. So all we have to do is show some discipline. Shouldn't be a problem for the country that invented hot dog bites pizza. Now, the CDC reporting all this coronavirus hospital data is making the Trump administration look terrible. But the Trump administration has finally come up with a solution to the crisis. Coronavirus hospital data will now be sent to the Trump administration instead of the CDC. And I believe we have some live video of the new Trump administration COVID data processing center. You see, Trump doesn't want us to know what the real coronavirus numbers are. He knows he's failed. He's just like a kid grabbing his report card out of the mailbox before anyone can see it. But we're going to find out how bad he's doing when we all have to make coffins in shop class. But there is some good news on the COVID front, because last night we found out that the Moderna coronavirus vaccine shows promising safety and immune response results in a published phase 1 study, but blah, 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 we have a vaccine, give it to me. I want to eat unwiped groceries and finally film my much-delayed special, The Late Show Say It and Spraytacular, live from the unventilated basement of a nursing home with special guest, Governor Stitt. Of course, once a vaccine does come out, everyone on Earth is going to want it. And to make sure everyone can afford it, some pharma companies have made a no-profit pledge. No pharma profits. Unless the vaccine also happens to cure erectile dysfunction, in which case they got to get their beaks wet. And it's not their beaks. And no, what's going on over there? And no profit pledge is a noble gesture, but some folks are skeptical because these pharmaceutical companies' promise comes with a caveat. Vaccines will be offered at no profit, quote, during the pandemic. Thankfully, Big Pharma has come up with a way to reassure the public about their motives, and it's all in their new ad.
Are you worried about the future? Unable to sleep at night? Afraid that pharma companies will put their profits ahead of your health? If you are concerned about the cost of a vaccine, ask your doctor about Vaxilax. Vaxilax is the only medication proven to reduce anxiety about Big Pharma taking advantage of you in a national crisis. You can trust Vaxilax because of its mascot, Professor Cashington, the ethical money sack.
Side effects of Vaxilax include legless rest syndrome, kidney rhinestones, crumblefoot, spontaneous beard sparrows, the galloping hoop sticks, spinal crunch wrapping, Ferdinand's flopsy, big old pink face, Gordon's fisherman syndrome, scrotal yodas, chronic vaccine resistance, facial graham crackering, full-blown coronavirus, and dollar bills, y'all.
With COVID raging across the nation, Donald Trump held an emergency press conference yesterday in the Rose Garden. Now, traditionally, addresses from the Rose Garden are not baldly political events. It's where you celebrate champion teams, pardon the turkeys, and celebrate the rare champion turkeys. But this was just another rally speech in which Trump raged and attacked Joe Biden by name nearly 30 times. At this point, he's just trying to taunt Biden out of his basement. What's the matter, Joe? Afraid to come out and fight me in the searing nuclear fallout of public scorn? Fine, I guess I'll be the only one mutating in the agonizing hellscape that I created. Trump's main argument is that Biden was too soft on China.
Biden personally led the effort to give China permanent most favored nation status, which is a tremendous advantage for a country to have. Few countries have it, but the United States doesn't have it. Never did.
This is so true. The United States never received favored nation trading status from the United States. And when will America finally have an ambassador to the United States? Every other country gets one. Must be sweet. Way to go, Joe. Earlier in the day, Biden announced an ambitious plan to combat climate change. So Trump tried to scare the voters with it.
They want to rejoin the Paris Climate Accord, and they want to seek an even higher level of restraint. Mandate net zero carbon emissions for homes, offices, and all new buildings by 2030. That basically means no windows.
No windows? What? And how are windows carbon emitting? Did we just find out that Donald Trump has a gasoline-powered Venetian blind? Eric, quick, you pull the two cordy things and I'll fire her up. Frrr, frrr, frrr. Pull out the choke. Frrr, frrr. According to Trump, Biden's got his sights on more than just windows.
Joe Biden wants to end school choice, abolish educational standards, abolish in the suburbs. You're going to abolish the suburbs with this.
Abolish the suburbs? How desperate is he to scare suburban voters? Joe Biden's going to borrow your weed whacker and never return it, okay? He's going to rake his leaves over the property line in your yard. He's going to tear down your seasonal flag of a kitten sitting in a picnic basket and then not close his recycling bin, and that's why the raccoons are just going to take over. I'm not running a damn raccoon hotel here. But it's not just Joe Biden. Trump also attacked the real enemy of democracy, people voting.
These mail-ins, think of it, some Democrat governor sends in millions of ballots all over the state. Who are they sending them to? Nobody has any idea. They're sending them to dogs. They actually have them sent to dogs.
Dogs? Well, it's about damn time. For too long, they've had castration without representation.
Bob Barker approved, slam.
We also got more of Trump's interview with CBS's Catherine Herridge, who asked Trump about what he plans to do about the lag in coronavirus testing.
What can you do to speed up the testing result time?
There are different kinds of tests. There are tests that are very good, very strong, where you send it to a laboratory. The best thing we can do is we're doing more and more of them is on-site testing.
Will you push for more on-site testing?
I like it the best. I mean, I like it the best. It might not be as accurate, by the way, but I like it the best.
I love tests that are inaccurate, like the one that said I have no cognitive decline. Perfect test. I love it. I love you. Are you my wife? Who am I? Hide me. Joe Biden's coming for my windows. Dog! Trump has blamed China for the pandemic, so Harridge asked him what he's going to do about that.
How will you hold the Chinese government accountable for COVID-19?
You'll see. You'll see. It's not for you. It's for me.
Oh, no. He's gone full Dr. Seuss. You'll see, you'll see. It's not for you, it's for me. How will I punish President Xi? That, my friend, is a mystery. With a sploot and a splort and a sklout and a frout, I have no idea what I'm talking about. Are you my wife? Trump's messaging on masks has been, let's say, unhelpful. And last night, he managed to keep up his streak.
Would you urge Americans to wear a mask?
If it's necessary, I would urge him to wear a mask.
Powerful. It reminds me of Nancy Reagan's anti-drug campaign. Just say no if it's necessary. Cocaine is delicious. Yesterday was also primary day in 3 states, Maine, Alabama, and Texas. And some familiar faces graced the ballots, like former White House physician Dr. Ronnie Jackson, seen here winning a staring contest with a ceiling fan. Dr. Jackson left his post at the White House after allegations that he was playing fast and loose with prescriptions, earning him the nickname the Candyman. It's true. Urban legend says that if you say Dr. Ronnie's name 3 times in a mirror at midnight, the drugs he gave you finally kicked in. The reputation of being a pill-popping daddy didn't hurt Jackson too much because yesterday he won the GOP primary runoff for a Texas congressional seat. It helped that his campaign passed out free prescription pads. But it was a rougher night for former Attorney General and grandma saying, "Young lady, you are not leaving this house in a crop top," Jeff Sessions. Yesterday, Sessions lost the Alabama GOP Senate runoff. That's it. It's the end of Jeff Sessions' political career. I would dance on his grave, but it's too tiny. And to add insult to injury, Sessions lost to Trump-backed candidate Tommy Tuberville. This is a stunning political fall. Sessions was the first senator to back Trump in 2016. But Trump never forgave Sessions for recusing himself from the Russia investigation, which is why Trump backed Tuberville. But what shifts this story from sad to truly pathetic is that Sessions never stopped loving Trump. This is his actual campaign ad.
You know, out of the 100 United States senators, I was the very first one to stand with Donald Trump. I knew he was the one to make America great again, and I'll keep fighting for President Trump and his agenda. I'm Jeff Sessions. I approve this ad.
That is the saddest thing I have ever seen. It's like a jilted lover wearing her ex-boyfriend's hat. Don't take her back, Carl. Don't. This loss has got to be a huge blow to Jeff Sessions. So here to tell us how he's handling it, please welcome former Attorney General Jeff Sessions.
Hello, Stephen. I do declare the loss of my former seat in the great state of Alabama has left me more deflated than a bouffant hairdo in August on Mobile Bay. It is so painful to me, Jefferson Beauregard Sessions III, that I've made a fateful decision. A world where I can't lick the boot of Donald Trump isn't one I want to be in. At least I outlived my integrity. Here I go. I'm headed toward the white. Don't try to stop me.
I won't.
I'll do it.
I believe you.
Goodbye, cruel world. I love you, Donald Trump. Glug, 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 glug.
Jeff Sessions, everybody. We've got a great show for you tonight. Ricky Gervais is here. But when we come back, meanwhile,